This video is brought to you by eToro. Now, you may have seen that eToro sponsor a number of Premier League clubs. Now, if you don't have time to invest, you can use eToro's CopyTrader feature, copy top performing investors, so when they make a trade, you make the same trade automatically at no additional cost. Then click the link in the description and get on it right now. AFTV, Yardie, I love that in there today. He jumps up and says, "Get Aubameyang off, he's rubbish. Get him off. He's useless, get him off." And then about 30 seconds later, he scores. But it was good to see him on the score sheet at last.
No, definitely after last week, last game on the weekend, scoring our own goal. Like, the fact that he scored today is good. I hope this can now, you can go home. Unfortunately, how the game turned out in the end after the red card and so on. So, we were literally defending, and if we could nick something, we nick something. So, which we nearly did. We did, yeah. You understand what I mean? We know this. There's something like, I know against Burnley, obviously Auba scored the goal for Burnley. But when we go down to 10 men, we know how to defend. We see it against Leeds as well, and we actually do play well, and we actually create a chance to nick those games as well. And if Arteta was I know he's watching the game, something like that could give you some kind of way of trying to get through this December period and think it to yourself, say, you know what, this tactic, trying to catch teams on the counter, might be the best thing to try to do.
He reverted back today
the old way,
to that three at the back system, which served him quite well. Yeah. Right? And you got to say, it seemed to work more because we created a lot more. It was really disappointing that we went down to 10 men, because it would have been really interesting to see if 11 against 11, how the game would have turned out. It did seem that we were in the ascendancy.
Well, listen, something that I've been saying, and I've been saying it almost after every game, and even on the Bias show, I've been saying, we need our players to run at defenders. The goal came from Saka running at the defenders.
And he did that a few times.
And he did it, and every time he did. And you know what, I said something early on, and I said I wouldn't even mind seeing Saka in the midfield, because he's creative, He's very creative. And I feel like you could try it. Put him in the middle and just see if he can create some opportunities for the guys up front, because he did create the chance for us today. And we know he can run at the defense, and we know he's a strong boy, you know what I mean? He's fearless.
Did you see fight today? And maybe in the case of Gabriel, too much fight.
Yeah, in case of Gabriel, I feel like he had a poor game. That's probably his poorest game today. I feel like his tackles were just a little bit off, because he was getting for tackles. That's what he's there to do. He's there to stop the play. But I feel like he was just a little bit off. I think maybe he was just too eager to get the ball at times instead of just being a cool. Normally, he's our player of the game. Like, he's the man of the match for us. He's been our man of the months for the last 3 months, you know what I mean? So it's like, somebody like him should have just had a cool head and know that this is a game we must win. And it's just unfortunate it went that way. Ceballos as well played very well. I think at time again, sometimes.
Was that a penalty?
I only watched the replay once, because it seems like sometimes Arsenal replays don't really show that much when there's a controversial situation. I'm being honest, you don't even see like we get any of these opportunities, but I have come to accept that. I'm not going to scream penalty, I'm not going to scream ref, I'm not going to scream VAR, because I just come to expect that we don't get these things, and I don't know why. At first, when I saw the replay, I thought it was a penalty. When I saw the replay, I still thought it was a penalty, because I have seen these being given throughout the season. But again, with Arsenal, for some reason, we don't get these things. But again, for me, as I'm being real, our team doesn't go out there saying, we're going to go out and get a penalty and win. So if we don't get it, carry on playing, and we just have to get over it.
Do you see signs of, when you're going for a horrible period sometimes, you need something
like that.
There's just a glimmer.
Yeah.
Did you see that glimmer tonight?
Look, we're still lacking the creativity and creating the chances. We're still lacking it, if I'm being honest. Like, we see the game. There's still sometimes we cannot see where the goal's gonna come from, and that's the problem. And again, yes, there's a lot of pressure on Auba to be scoring, because he hasn't scored for so long from open play. Fulham was the last time he scored, the beginning of the season. We're now 13 games in, and he scored his second goal. I just hope that that can now encourage him and encourage the rest of the team. We need to see more from Pepe, definitely. You know, like Laka, if he comes back in the team, we need to see more from Laka because these are supposed to be our front three. Even Willian needs to come in and create more chances for the team as well. So I don't want to put pressure on Auba, but it's like, and I don't hate Auba. Some people might feel like, why is this guy always on Auba? I don't hate him. It's just that I feel like as a captain and as a title that he's been given as a world-class player, sometimes you want to see a little bit more world-class, just a little bit more quality. And I understand the team, the whole team. It's not just him having a dip of form. The whole team had a dip of form. Tonight, you know what? I said we're going to lose 3-0. So we come out with a point, I would take that. Because especially going on to 10 men, I thought, when I saw the red card, I was like, that's it, game done. They're going to just batter us now. And we got through it in the end. And there is glimmer there. And I know last time I said Arteta out. Listen, I went away and I thought about it. I went away and I looked at this game and I said, you know what? I looked at all of the games and I said, to be fair, yeah, the board has backed Arteta now and said that this is the man they're sticking by. January is right around the corner. There's a transfer window there. We saw the two players that he's brought in, Gabriel and Partey, and we see what they're about. If in January he can go out and get 2 more players again, if they back the board and say, yo, here, go get 2 more players, maybe he can bring in 2 more quality players that can change things for us and turn our season around so we're not fighting for relegation. like real talk, Robbie, like we're still in 15, man. 15, you know.
We're not dropping that 15th.
Like we are holding on to 15 like we life depend upon it. Like, yo, this I feel it.
That's our position.
Oh, man. So, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.